Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video, and today I'm gonna show you all the details of the all new Peugeot 308. So I do have the new key here. As you can see, we have the new logo, and this is actually the first Peugeot to wear the new logo of the brand. It's also probably the most important model for Peugeot this year. So as you can see, we have a completely new design. We have a new face with a massive grille. And of course, as I said, the main star being the new logo. Tell me in your comments, how do you like that one? I'm a huge fan. In person, really looks gorgeous. Now the lights LED as standard, and then these are the matrix LEDs which you get with the GT package. So there are various packages available, the middle one being the Allure, and then this is the top of the line GT, and it looks very sporty with this package. As you can see, we have a bit of a different bumper and nice daytime running LEDs. So the base trim would get you a bit of a different daytime running LEDs, and here you have these gorgeous ones that turn into LED indicators as well. We have the 308 badge on the bonnet. Name of this color is Vertigo blue, probably my favorite for this car. There's also an olivine green. That's a gorgeous color that in Croatia comes as standard, so I think that would be a very popular choice as well, because the color looks very nice, and you know, it's really cool that you don't need to pay extra for that one. Now this is the side profile. 4 meters 37 is the length, around 11 centimeters longer than its predecessor, and the wheelbase has been increased by 55 millimeters. That means more room for the passengers, which is always nice. Wheels, they go from 16-inch up to 18-inch. Of course, this being the top of the line version, we have the 18-inch wheels. 225 for the R18. That's the dimension of the tires. We do have the Continental tires now. These are the winter tires, of course, since it's March. New Peugeot badge here as well. We have the gloss black mirrors, and you also have cool LED indicator here as well. And yeah, well, tell me in your comments, how do you like the design? You see the side skirts are very aggressive on the GT line model. And now I want to show you the car from the rear. Gorgeous design, very aggressive looking and easily recognizable on the road. But let me show you the welcome lights. Unlock it. Look at the pattern here, look at the mimic. So cool. Really, I mean, you can't miss it in the traffic. A lot of people are, you know, asking about the car when you're driving it, especially now since it's just launched here in Croatia on our market. And once again, we have the very slim LED lights, and you do have the 3D LEDs on this model connected with this gloss black part, and that's why the brighter colors and cool colors such as this one really stand out, because they make all the elements stand out. And that is why I would choose something like this for color. Now the rear bumper has this gloss black, but also sort of like the fake exhausts. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of those. The real one down there, so yeah, I think it would be better without those fake exhausts, or maybe if they were gloss black. So yeah, we have the rear view camera here, and it's actually moving. I will show you that when we enter the car. 308 lettering and hybrid. So this is a hybrid with plug-in hybrid, actually, with a 180 horsepower. I will talk about the engines later on, but for now, tell me in your comments, how do you like the design, and let's check out the trunk. So you open it here. Actually, on the car show, I saw a lot of people trying to figure where do you open it. And this is the trunk space. So in plug-in hybrid, you get 361 liters. And if you go for the standard version, so the petrol or diesel, then you get 412 liters. So really spacious. And as you can see, even here with the plug-in hybrid, you have a nice square shape, and you can fit a decent amount of things here. You also have some additional room here for your cables. And yeah, well, the light is on the left. You can fold the seats. When you fold the seats, you get more than 1,300 liters. So I think really no problems whatsoever. Let me close the trunk. And tell me in the comments, how do you like this modern approach, very modern design. And now it is time to explore the gorgeous interior of this car. It has also been completely changed, just like the exterior, of course. So there we go, look at this, the modern design, the small steering wheel and the i-cockpit, as well as the main touchscreen. But let's start here with the door panel. This is in leather. This is also nice and pretty soft actually. Carpeting here in the door pocket, and I love this stitching, which you'll see throughout the whole car. When you enter, we are greeted with the Peugeot lettering, and now the seats, as I mentioned, the stitching in the same pattern, and we also have the combination of leather and Alcantara. But now it is time to check out the interior from driver's perspective. Let's start with the wider view. You have the start button here, and the screens come to life. We have a beautiful and unique layout actually. So look at the steering wheel, the small one with the flat bottom, GT lettering. We have the new badge as well, i-cockpit and main touchscreen, as well as this touch panel. So really unique and does look gorgeous. The materials here are really good, and the ambient lights, I will show you the colors in a moment. But yeah, let's change the view now and let me show you all the details here. Alright then, so this is the new infotainment system, which I'll cover in a moment. The air vents, they look really cool, and they are sort of like connected with this design element, so make the dashboard appear even wider. And as I said, the materials are very good. We have some of the buttons here, so this is for the driving assist. Then the AC. Now you still do need to touch the screen here. So this is how you adjust the air blower, and this is how you adjust the temperature. You can also use the voice command. Set temperature to 18 degrees. So you see, that's also one way to do it. Moving on, the circulation of the air, max blow, AC off. Hazard lights that have a nice clicking sound, and you see them here on the sides. And this is the gear selector for the 8-speed automatic transmission. P, drive, neutral and reverse. Actually, let's go to reverse. And let me show you the rear view camera. Now I was talking about the camera moving, so look at this. You see how at the end it moves a bit. And actually it is pretty cool and can be useful and helpful. Anyway, that's the rear view camera. Here you go to neutral, drive, and you also have the B mode for maximum recuperation. But of course now let's put it to P. We have some storage area, 12-volt power supply, USB-C port, and this is the wireless charger for your phone. Nice roller here for the adjustable cup holders. Driving modes, this car has 3 driving modes. So you have the electric, which is currently not available because we don't have the battery, and this is the sport mode and the hybrid. I actually prefer the hybrid mode. That way, you know, the system configures which output to choose and which motor and engine to choose. But as I said, when you have the battery, then you can also drive purely on electric power, and that way you can even drive up to 58 kilometers on electric power. So if you have a charger, a plug-in hybrid is really a good solution. Let us now move on. We have the electronic parking brake, some little storage area. You can put the key here, and here is where you have additional USB-C port and some room as well. This is nice in leather, and once again the same stitching as on the seats, as on the steering wheel, and as on throughout the whole car. Nice carpeting and decent size of the glove box. And now let's check out the specs of the model in our video. So this is a 180 horsepower plug-in hybrid. We have the 8-speed automatic transmission, and this hybrid combines the 1.6 liter petrol engine and electric motor. And you see the name of the color is Vertigo blue, and we also have the heated front windshield, and we also have the 7.4 kilowatt OBC, so that's for charging of the plug-in hybrid, the faster charging. and the metallic paint and heated front seats. This is the total price. I will put the euro amount on your screen, but I do need to mention that the base price for the petrol or diesels is way less than this, and also seems like a reasonable choice, especially if you can't charge the car, you know, at your home. Then probably the petrol and diesel, but I'll talk about the engines in a moment. So for now, let's put this back and let's actually explore the infotainment system. So as I said, this is the all new infotainment system, and it is much better than the one on the predecessor. I'm really a big fan of this one, as there are a lot of customizations going on and you can really configure what you want in front of you. So let's start with settings, and remember this panel because you will see that you can also configure what you want here. Let's start with the customization that is available. First of all, the display customization. You can customize the driver display. There are actually 5 views and you configure which views you want. So this is view number 1, view number 2, and you see it can all be adjusted here. So you just add widget and page, and then you configure what you want to see right in front of you. So for example, this is the one that we can configure, and yeah, now you select what you want, RPM here, and I don't know, let's see the energy flow on our right. So you see RPMs, energy flow, and that's really cool. And by the way, you can't access this menu during the drive, but you can change the view during the drive if you press this. So that's really cool. And you know, also regarding the safety, that's good, so that you can't configure those screens while you are driving. And let's go back. Yeah, we will save the changes. Now we have 5th view as well. You can also customize the touchscreen here, and you can configure, so here, what you want to have. So for example, you can delete this one and add a page or a widget. So just a second. So this one. Okay, so what can we put here? We can put the climate, for example. So you see a lot of options, customizations of the main screen as well. But let's go back. So do we want to save this? Well, yes, let's save it. And let's go back. The screen color, you can adjust the color of this screen in front of you, and also not just the dials, which you'll see now. So for example, just a second, change the view. All right, so we have this view, and you see if I press this, we get sort of like the bluish greenish dials. You can also get something like this, and not just the dial. So for example, if you press this, you see that the whole layout is now different. And let's go back to the settings, screen color. Look at this, the layout is now blue. Same goes for the third option. So I mentioned already a lot of customization going on. And now we go to the interior color. So these are the ambient lights, and you can configure them out. Of course, they can be seen better during the night. So stay tuned for my night point of view drive. They're actually here and also on the both doors. So maybe you can see it now. Purple, for example. It's a bit hard to see it now, as I think there you see it a bit because it's bright. But yeah, believe me, they are really nice, especially during the night. You can also activate sport sound in sport drive mode. And well, yeah, that's pretty much it when we talk about the customization and displays. Connectivity, system settings can be adjusted here, units and stuff like that, as well as the brightness. So let's see this. Now we've adjusted the brightness to maximum, so I think now you can see it a bit better. But as I said, during the night, you will see more. Here is where you adjust the vehicle lighting, updates and stuff like that. So those were the settings. Now let's go back to the home menu, and you already saw that we have a bunch of settings here and a bunch of home screens that can be configured here. This is the energy flow. So you see the battery, we don't have unfortunately full battery, we have completely flat battery, but you have a nice layout here and nice configurations and the flow of the energy and the power. That's always nice to see. eSave is an option, so you can set it. This function allows forced charging by the engine while consuming fuel. That's also an option. Let's go back to the home menu. Now I already showed you the climate, so let's see the navigation. You have a lovely 3D shape of the buildings. Look at this. Look how gorgeous is this. I mean, this is really impressive. Especially when you're driving at night, this looks really gorgeous. And you can of course change the view and the layout. You can also have the night mode. So let's see this, map and display. You see, this is the night mode, but let's put back the day mode and let's actually put it like this, switch automatically. That way during the day, of course, we have day mode, and then during the night, a bit more relaxing night mode. And now the panel here, as I already mentioned, you can configure what you want here. So let's say you don't need media here, you want something else. Okay, you go into the application drawer. Now here you can draw what you want. For example, let's say you want mirror screen because you want to pair your phone and you want to immediately have the access for that function. You need to press this one. And now select any highlighted item to create a shortcut. So you press the mirror screen, and just like that, the mirror screen appears here. You can do that for any other thing here as well. So let's say instead of the mirror screen, you want, I don't know, energy flow. Press it. There we go. Shortcut has been replaced by the energy shortcut. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, of course, what you use the most is what I would recommend you to have here. And yeah, well, that's pretty much it. I think I covered most of the functions here. We also have the heated seats here, so you can turn it on or off, or configure how much heating you want. But let's turn it off. Home menu. And also some configurations are available here. And we are currently logged in as a guest, but of course, if you create your profile, then you can have all the layouts here configured by your personal desires and needs. So yeah, phone connection, Bluetooth or Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, of course. And that's pretty much it. I also showed you the digital cockpit. Now this car has the standard sound system. You can upgrade to Focal sound system as well, but this one actually has a decent sound as well. But of course, if you love music and awesome sounds, then it's worth upgrading to Focal. The new badge really looks nice here, as well as the GT badge. Frameless mirror here, and we have the LED lights. Let's check out the sun visors here. They do have the LEDs. That's nice. And now I think it's time to check out the space at the rear. And as I said, wheelbase increased by 55 millimeters. It's now 2.68 meters. And let's see the rear bench. We have a nice privacy glass here. And the same pattern here as on the front. Now unfortunately we don't have the ambient lights at the back. This is something that I would love to see. And now let's see this. So yeah, just about right. And you have just like a slot for your knees. This is the view on the front. Now at the back we have two USB-C ports. We also have the air vents, of course, and some additional storage room. Let's check out the middle armrest. So this is actually pretty nice. We have the cup holders, and this is all in leather. And now let me show you how much space I have for my head. And this is the situation. So as you can see, just about right. So I'm 1.87 meters, and yeah, well, there is small amount of room still left here. And this is how it looks. It is now time to check out what's underneath the bonnet. Before that, let me just mention that this car also has the lumbar support with manual adjustments here. So pull this, and now here you have additional lever. There we go. We do not have hydraulic struts, so I'll be back with you in a moment. Alright then, what do we have here? We have a plug-in hybrid, a combination of 1.6 liter petrol engine, the Puretech petrol, and of course the electric motor. And we have of course the battery as well. And total output here is 180 horsepower. We have electric range of 58 kilometers. You can also go for a more powerful plug-in hybrid with 225 horsepower. So those are the two plug-in hybrids that are available. But of course we have more choices as well. There is a standard petrol 110 horsepower and also a standard petrol 130 horsepower. So those are the 1.2 liter Puretech engines. And if you want diesel, you can also get it. There's a diesel with 130 horsepower, and petrol and diesel engines can be configured either with the 6-speed manual or the automatic transmission. So really a lot to choose from. Tell me in the comments what would be your choice of an engine. And as always, the full specs of this car will be in the video description, as well as the base price for the new Peugeot 308. And that's it. I hope you liked this full review of the new Peugeot 308. It really is a gorgeous car. They nailed it with the design and with the technical features. Tell me in the comments, how do you like this model? How do you like this spec? And subscribe, as we are going on a point of view drive, so stay tuned for that as well. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.